I wanted to talk to you about Project E. Do you have time to sit down and talk about Project E? There's a Minecraft mod pack called Project E. It lets you turn stuff into other stuff. It does a bunch of other things, but the main thing I'm worried about is that it lets you turn stuff into other stuff, and it's based on a mod pack that's called Equivalent Exchange that I never played, that I think also let you turn stuff into other stuff. But the problem with Project E, everything is assigned an EMC value, and it's like equivalent matter covalence. I don't know if I got the acronym right, but it's something like that. So that it can be equivalently exchanged. A piece of dirt, a cobblestone, a sand, all of those have an EMC of 1. I don't have fingers because I have giant sleeves instead of fingers, but I promise it's 1. I'm holding up my 1 finger in there. And then like super valuable things have way higher values. I think, what do I remember? I think wheat was 24. Diamonds are 8,192. I don't know why it's such a specific number, although that is a power of 2. Maybe it's because they were doing powers of 2. But 24 is not a power of 2. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't really know. You would need 8,192 worth of stuff to make 1 diamond. So you would need 8,192 cobblestone to make 1 diamond because it's only worth 1 per cobblestone. All of that makes sense. That's good balancing for the mod pack that you want to make that you should think about. So then they decided, I don't like balancing, I think that's stupid, and they made a block, 1 singular block that just gathers EMC magically via fucking sorcery, and the stupid lore is supposed to be like, oh, you know, it works, it's gathering sunlight and making it into EMC. Wrong, because it works at night. So what sunlight? And it works indoors and it works underground. It just works. This is a cool idea. People liked, you know, Full Metal Alchemist when it was big. People still like cosplay as Ulrich or whoever, I'm sure. Was his name Ulrich? Once you've gotten 1 of a resource, you don't have to keep gathering that resource. If you'd rather chop down 100 trees than mine for diamonds, you can just chop down trees. I don't terribly mind that, because base Minecraft is already sort of like that with the villagers. And, you know, farms that you build a big farm, you build a big iron farm, you build a big gold farm. Yeah, you don't have to mine for iron, you don't have to mine for gold. This is sort of almost streamlining that process, right? You build a farm, and then you can use the farm to make something else. Diamonds, coal, emeralds, oak, logs, anything that has an EMC value. But then you add this block that just gathers EMC out of the air, and you can just make whatever you want, and so you don't have to go anywhere anymore. But I thought it would be fun to try alternative methods of generating EMC. Basically, try to play this thing like it's not like these blocks don't exist. Kinda, sorta, not really. I decided to make my own energy collectors that just make energy, and I thought that would be fun, and now I'm going to subject you to it. Enjoy. We have a reference point, and that is the energy collectors themselves, right? Okay? We've got 3 tiers here of energy collector. The Mark 1 energy collector that you can make out of like some diamonds and some glowstone and some stuff. It will generate about 2,000 EMC every 5 minutes, which I know because I ran all of these generators for 5 minutes each, or about 5 minutes. I mean, you know, sometimes got a little scuffed with my timer, but everything that you're gonna see was built, no, not built in 5 minutes, ran for 5 minutes and was tested to get a rough approximation of how much EMC it made. So the Mark II energy collector made about 2,000. The Mark II, I said it wrong. The Mark I energy collector made about 2,000, the Mark II made about 8,000, and the Mark III made 13,500-ish. Anyway, I got started building, and I thought I would start with a wool farm, because, you know, wool. Wool farm is like super easy to do, right? You build a little box, and then you put a sheep in it, and then you put a dispenser, and then you put a detector block underneath it, and it detects the grass, and the sheep eats the grass, and the dispenser shears the grass, the sheep with the grass, and then you have the hopper underneath the grass block, and then it eats the wool, and the wool would become EMC, which is not true, because This particular version of the Project E mod that I'm playing is in 1.12.2, I think. Yes. And dispensers and shears did not interact until 1.14.2, I think. So when I just tried to shear a sheep with the dispenser just ejected the shears out of the dispenser, and it was very silly. And now I just have 4 boxes of sheep, and it's just like, well, now I can't do anything with these, so I just let the sheep go. But that's weird. I remember building this sheep farm on a server that has the Project E mod pack. Some other player that had been there for a while came over in their gear that lets them fly, that they had got from presumably building hundreds of energy collectors and playing this game like a cookie clicker. And he was like, what are you doing? You know, what'd you build? Like, being, you know, curious or whatever. And I told him, you know, I have wool, and the wool's getting fed into the EMC box thing that makes it into EMC. And he's like, you don't have to do all that, just build energy collectors. And I thought that was boring. And I also thought I could beat them, I guess. I don't remember why I did this. But he offered me some energy collectors. And then I remember seeing his base, and his base was an enormous stone cube full of energy collectors. I just don't think that's a fun way to play the game. But I don't know. That's just me. The person who runs the Project E mod has apparently kept it up to date this whole time. You're over there. This whole time. Speaking of mods that existed in every mod pack, I built a quarry. The quarry was the first thing that I built that actually generated EMC, since my wool idea didn't work, since I'm playing on the wrong version for that. And it's like awful. It's awful. I think this is a horrible addition to Minecraft, just because the whole point of it is it makes a big gaping hole in the ground. It makes a crater. It mines for you, so you don't have to go mining. So if you like your Minecraft without any mine, then this is the mod pack for you. Actually, the Project E mod also takes out the craft, so you're not playing mine or craft. I don't know what game you're playing anymore. But the quarry is really easy to set up. You place the quarry block, and then you put an engine on it, and then you run the engine, and the quarry just starts doing things. And at first I wasn't sure it was working properly. Like, I thought I'd set it up wrong because it was like lasering all these trees and stuff. And I thought it was like, didn't have anywhere to put the items properly, so it just didn't. And then I had to look up how the thing works, and if it hasn't got its frame set up, it just won't gather the items. So it just destroys everything in the plot that you have, which I guess is fine. Just make sure there's nothing valuable there, because it's going to indiscriminately laser things until there's a clearing that it can build its frame, and then it's going to build a frame, and then it's just going to start drilling into the earth and create a giant gaping hole, presumably near where you live, right? If you set it up somewhere you want to like collect the resources from it. But when I ran that for 5 minutes, it made just about 2,000 EMC. It made 2,005. So I honestly expected more. That's about where the Mark 1 energy collector is. Then I made a cobblestone generator, and I'm like, this is just like a baseline. The goal isn't for these to be good. I just wanted to make some EMC generators, like silly ones. And so that's what I did. I made a cobblestone generator. I found this block breaking block. I didn't talk about the mod pack, huh? That cobblestone generator produced 266 EMC per minute, which is something I just like never said in this video. I just completely stopped talking about the cobblestone generator here. I guess I didn't have anything else to say about it. So the reason I have all these mods is because I went and found a Technic mod pack called the 1.12 pack. Maybe it was the 1.12.2 pack or something like that. I'll throw it up on the screen. And I just wanted to have like a kitchen sink mod pack that has like a crap ton of mods, which this thing has almost 300 mods. I don't know how you play that, because I don't know how through the course of a normal Minecraft world you ever end up interacting with 300 mods. That's so many. But I played them. As a teenager growing up, and I thought they were the coolest thing ever. I thought it was the coolest thing ever that I could build a pipe and like have items run through the pipe, and it like automatically smelts stuff and crafts stuff and does stuff, which actually you can automatically craft stuff in vanilla now. You can do all of that in vanilla now, you just don't get the flashy pipes. But it's a lot more resource intensive in vanilla because you're moving things with hoppers and carts and so much iron. I don't know how you play without an iron farm. I've built so many iron farms, dude. So anyway, I built an iron farm. I thought that iron would be like the best thing to convert because you can just like, you know, melt down iron golems in the lava like you do with your villagers that spawn iron golems. And I was like, surely the iron golem spawning still works in 1.12. And it probably does. It probably does, but I couldn't figure it out because I didn't try that hard. I didn't. Because I set it up and just kind of expected it to work, and then it didn't, and I got bored and I left. I think it was 64 EMC per iron ingot. I've built a million bajillion iron farms in my life, and I just kind of don't know how to build them this far back. I haven't played on 1.12 in ages, and when I did play on 1.12 as a child, I didn't build farms. I, like, built a house and got killed by skeletons. Like, that was my experience with Minecraft back then. I installed cool mod packs and then got killed by cool enemies that I wouldn't have seen without the mod packs. So yeah, I feel like that would have been the best performing EMC farm, but it just, like, didn't work. And also, the villagers in this mod pack don't seem to work the way the vanilla ones do. They all already have jobs, they don't have job blocks. They don't seem to want to sleep in their beds. So I think that they are just, like, completely changed anyway, so I wasn't going to bother figuring them out. Then I tried doing bees. The bees and the honeycombs and anything in the forestry mod, none of that has EMC values, so that just was like me playing with bees for 15 minutes and getting stung by bees. And then there was the wheat. I thought I was a genius. I like set up redstone clocks and like timed them, and then I built this like contraption that just like rapidly grows wheat. With the block breaker from I don't even know which mod, just because there's so many mod packs in the mod pack. What? There's so many mods in the mod pack that you just have a block breaker, and I don't know where it came from, but it works. And I was like, this is brilliance, right? This is the best one. And then I ran it for 5 minutes, and I checked the chest, and it was 11,136 EMC generated, and I was like, that is almost as good as the Mark III, which is 13,500 for 5 minutes, right? It's better than the Mark II, and the Mark II is made out of compressed dark matter and like the souls of your enemies. I'm like, I beat the Mark II EMC generator with a patch of wheat and a block breaker. I am a legend. And then I realized that I'm stupid. Because it uses bone meal, right? The machine consumes bone meal. I'm like, fine, whatever. Bone meal's not that hard to get, but bone meal has a higher EMC value than wheat. So using the bone meal to get the wheat is actually a terrible idea. I would have had more if I had just put the bone meal in the chest, I would have generated more EMC than if I had done what I did, which was make the machine that does the wheat. So in the end, if you don't count the EMC from the seeds, I ended up using up all the bone meal in the machine in that 5 minutes, which means I did not generate 11,136 EMC. Actually, by using up all the bone meal, I had destroyed 15,864 EMC. We were in the negatives. I made an EMC generator that generated a negative amount of EMC. Negative 15,864. So, that's pretty bad. And even my player character in the replay looks sad about it. It just stands there staring down at the grass. It doesn't really matter, because I think this was just an excuse to play Minecraft in hindsight. I love Minecraft! I love Minecraft mods. I love that people make them and then keep them up to date for a ravenous community that is, like, always angry, and they do this, like, thankless work to make our game better and have made it so much better. This is a $20 game. Well, it was a $20. I don't know how much it costs now, but I paid $20 for it, and I've been playing it ever since. And then you're not gonna get a better value anywhere. You pay for Minecraft one time and play all of the games that have been made out of Minecraft, which is like an infinitude of games. Like, if you had to only have one game, it should be Minecraft. It's secretly all the games. I might pick VR chat at this point, but I would really miss Minecraft. And now I've fiddled around with the 1.12 Technic pack for a while, and all I really want to do at this point is just play with the bees. I just like the bees. I want to harvest the bees and put them in little houses and make them do little frozen magic honeycombs and enchanted trees and flowers and all the magical bee shit that is in forestry, the forestry mod. And I don't know, I might just do that for a while. So, thank you for watching. How do I get down? I don't know how to get down. I'm scared.